Raiding in World of Warcraft can be quite difficult, but with the right add-ons, you can make it far more doable, so let's talk about that. What's up guys, Steven with Level Up MMO to tell you the 10 add-ons that you need if you are raiding to make the process way easier and increase the likelihood that you succeed in taking down the bosses. So I'm not going to go into great detail as to how you set up each individual add-on because, well, some of them are really complicated looking at you WeakAuras if you're trying to create your own things and do all sort of stuff like that. However, if you go to like wago.io, CurseForge, all these places where you can download them easily, as well as import other people's settings and profiles. This means that you can just Google or look up some of the ways that people, use WeakAuras to be able to do certain things that you want them to do without having to learn the whole system on your own. And this for basically all my add-ons. I'm not an expert in those sorts of things, so I find the people who are very good at that and who can create things using the systems that are in place and just take their profiles and put them in my own. Then, with a little bit of research, you can fine tune them. But let's get into the first one. So we're going to start with deadly boss mods. This is a must have. Yes, you can also use BigWigs, which we'll talk about in a bit, but deadly boss mods is a popular add-on that provides a wealth of information and alerts during boss encounters, making it easier to track mechanics and respond to incoming threats. It provides timers for important abilities, warnings for incoming attacks, and a variety of other helpful features. So you can easily go to CurseForge and download this, and you should. It's also very helpful in things like Mythic Plus, so there's no reason not to have this. Next up, we are going to talk about WeakAuras. So this powerful add-on allows players to create a custom visual and audio alert for a wide range of events, from cooldowns and debuffs to specific boss abilities. This makes it easy to keep track of important information and respond to incoming threats, making it an essential tool for raiders. In addition to that, there's also tons of things that people have built with this to let you know on class specifics exactly what you have available, what you need to use next, as well as tell you the timers on world events, when bosses are up, and all sorts of crazy stuff. There are tons of videos out there on this, so just look them up and get yourself well aware of all the things that WeakAuras can accomplish. Next on the list, this is going to be mainly for tanks really, but it's going to be the Omen Threat Meter. This add-on helps players track their threat levels during raids, ensuring that tanks are properly holding aggro and DPS players aren't pulling threat. It provides a clear and intuitive interface for tracking threat, making it easy to see who is generating the most threat, and you can therefore adjust your playstyle accordingly. Now, another one is going to be the DBM SpellTimers. This is kind of something you need to have DBM already to get, but this add-on will provide timers for important spells and abilities, allowing players to coordinate and execute strategies with greater precision. It provides visual and audio alerts for when abilities are ready to be used, making it easy to track cooldowns and react quickly to changing situations. Another tool that does some of these things already, and it's kind of the overarching one if you don't want to apply a lot of these separately, but some of them you will still need, is going to be the method raid tools, and that is going to offer a range of useful features for your raid leaders, including the ability to track raid attendance and loot distribution, and have a lot of the features we're talking about in other ones. You should definitely look into method raid tools as they're one of the top organizations in World of Warcraft, and this kit has a lot of things that you can use. The features are phenomenal. Now we'll move on to GTFO. It's similar to DBM, and it provides audible alerts for incoming environmental hazards, helping players avoid taking unnecessary damage during raids. It also detects when players are standing in damaging effects and provides clear and loud alerts, making it easy to avoid taking avoidable damage. So if you're standing at something, it will let you know. And there's a little bit of a trend here because now we move into BigWigs. BigWigs is similar to DBM as well. This add-on provides a wealth of information and alerts during boss encounters, making it easier to track mechanics and respond to incoming threats. It provides timers, warnings, and other helpful features that make it easier to navigate complex boss encounters and avoid dangerous mechanics. So there are some differences. Timers are really, really nice. There are tons of WeakAuras and things you can also get for timers that will not only track your enemies, but also your teammates, because you'll be able to know when you need to use something because your teammates is on cooldown and all that sort of jazz. That might not be in BigWigs in particular, but a lot of the other timers are. So get in there, mess with it. Again, there are tons of guides going into more detail about things like this. Now, similar to how Omen Threat Meter was mostly for tanks, we'll be talking about Healbot now, and well, that's going to be for healers. So this popular add-on provides an easy-to-use interface for managing and casting healing spells, making it easier for healers to keep their allies alive during raids. It provides a customizable grid of player health bars, allowing healers to quickly and easily see ADC who needs healing and respond to incoming damage. You can combine that with another add-on called Click that will allow you to kind of just go over people and do things that way, but we're not include a detailed one on that in this video. And of course, we can't talk about raid add-ons without talking about Details Damage Meter. This add-on allows players to track their damage, healing, and other important stats during raids or mythics, or really anything, providing valuable feedback and insight into their performance as well as the rest of the group's performance. It provides a detailed breakdown of damage and healing done, making it easy to see how your contributions compare to those of your fellow raiders or group mates if you're in things like Mythic. And that wraps up the add-ons that I wanted to discuss in this video. That does not mean this is an exhaustive list. There are so many add-ons out there, but these are the ones that most raiders will be using and the ones that the top raiders will be using. Again, that doesn't mean that you can't go find a different one or that you shouldn't use a different one. There are a lot out there that are available, so do your research. If somebody suggests one, check it out, but this is the list for the ones that I think everybody should be using. And of course, while you're down there, if you like MMO content and World of Warcraft content in particular, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up so you can see more of it. You can also come chat with me live at twitch.tv/heartbreaker_TV. And of course, until the next time, good luck in your adventures.